IVM.
Do you often dream about leading a more creative life? Whether you wanted to be a painter, a dancer, a cricketer, or a photographer. Maybe you wanted to play games for a living. Growing up, financial responsibilities often take us away from our true passions. Now imagine if you could explore that creativity while still making sure that your family is financially secure. Find a way for the artist and the realist within us to coexist. करो पूरे अपने इरादे, अपनों से किए सभी वादे. SBI Life अपने लिए, अपनों के लिए. To know more about our insurance plans with wealth creation, log on to www.sbilife.co.in. IRDAI registration number 111.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of IVM Likes. I'm Zalak and I'm joined by Antariksh.
Hello,
Hi.
Zalaksha. How's it going?
How are you doing? I'm
Fantastic.
doing good.
Great. We are
What are we
talking about each
talking
other.
about today? Again.
Yes, as usual, just internet lags. This time we can blame it to internet lags, but that's fine.
Yeah.
We are talking about our experiences with drinking in our lives.
Yeah.
So like drinking, how much we've drunk, how much we are drinking right now as we speak. Whether we drank last night, who knows? We don't know. It's possible.
But we'll get to know.
We'll get to know. So all that, like when we started drinking and how old were we, whether it was legal for us to be drinking back then, all that.
And embarrassing party stories.
Embarrassing party stories. Oh man, so many. And whether some poop related stuff as well in there somewhere. You'll find out right after this very short break.
Working Monday to Friday glued to your chair making you feel dull? Worry not. Get your 5-minute weekly dose of travel around the world with postcards from nowhere. Join me every Thursday as I explore the strange, obscure, and fascinating parts of the world and bring out facets of travel you may not have thought of before. You can find us on the IVM Podcast app, website, or wherever you get your podcast from.
All right, welcome back to Zalak and we are joined by Abhineet and Surohini. What is happening, peoples?
Hello.
You party animals! But Surohini, of all days today, we cannot say that you're a party animal because you look especially
She's just looking
tired.
like an animal.
Yeah, you look That's exactly it. Surohini, how are you so tired, man?
How am I so tired? Because we played
Partying. I was
cricket.
partying all night. This is what
Yeah, I mean, that could be one reason,
Yeah.
but that's actually not the reason. This time, we played cricket yesterday,
Yeah.
where like it was an office event.
Spoken like a true sports person. We played cricket yesterday, so I'm tired today.
Sore muscles.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. So we played cricket with, we had Bangalore people in Mumbai.
RC.
So for those who don't know, IVM podcast just completed 7 years of its existence.
Yes.
And as a 7-year anniversary, we had like a huge party at the office. And before that, in the day, we had like a whole cricket celebration. And wait, that was a day after.
next
So
day.
the next day
day.
after the party, we had like a whole cricket match and football match and other sports thingies, which I did not go for because it would have been like unfair for everyone else. I would have just dominated.
Yes.
Like
True,
Sachin
true,
Tendulkar
true.
on the
Like
cricket
we
team.
requested Antariksh not to come, actually.
Yes, that's exactly.
That
what it
was-
He's
Yeah.
a star
I have-
player.
I have it
Yeah.
written. I have it written down. They begged me, and then they all signed it one by one. All the producers.
Absolutely.
Petition.
Yeah.
We signed it.
Damn it! I just realized I have to now make a fake signs for all of you. Alright.
Okay.
So as we said in the beginning of this episode, Zalak and I wanted to bring these two on because we are told they have some fascinating stories about parties. We're going to so everything is included, by the way,
Looking
guys.
forward.
Everything is included. House parties are there. Office parties are included. Which we just had. We can talk a little bit about the office party we had at our 7-year anniversary as well. Not like our 4 people, the IVM podcast 7-year anniversary. And also if you're like going out on a night of partying, clubbing, all that is fair game on this episode. So let's start off with something basic. When did you guys start drinking? And when did you guys start partying?
Ooh, I think when I was in 9th or 10th.
You start drinking when you were 9th then?
Yeah.
What?
I mean,
Okay.
I had my first beer in, I think, after
Wow.
9th K exams, like after final exams in 9th. First beer.
Other
Atish,
9th, 10th year old.
yeah, I mean
10th
tuition
standard.
people. Like we
Ah.
went to like after all exams were over, we went to a tuition. We studied and then we went for a party, like for
Wait,
beer.
after the exam is over, you go to the tuition study again.
Yeah, apparently we had to go and do the re-exam thingy. Look,
Oh,
we
What?
had, like solve the question paper
What? Man,
again.
it's bad enough doing the paper once.
Exactly.
Do it again.
And that's
the
why we
hell?
wanted the beer, right?
Yeah, that's you really need a
That's
beer.
the motivation
Now
for
it
it.
That's
makes
how
sense.
that's how our students become alcoholics, man. Like, yaar, baar se paper do. Damn it.
So yeah, I think that's when I had my first beer. I remember that. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
My first one was after 10th standard. I think when I was in 10th or when I was in 9th, Ye Jawani Hai Diwani had released, and all
Wow,
of us
you're
like
such a
friends.
kid. You're so
Yeah.
young, Zalak.
Ye Jawani Diwani.
You forget talking to Zalak that she's just a kid right now, dude. She's like
Sure.
barely 16 years old. No, she's
Yeah.
not. She's, oh,
So
whatever.
basically, all of us, we had decided after our 10th standard, after the board exams and everything, we'll go out drinking. We'll go out for a trip, like a proper trip. And since YJHD had just released, we thought we'll go to Manali, obviously. So we went to Manali and we made friends over there. And like those friends are obviously like older than us. They were like, 18, 19 at that time. And I was 16, 15, was 15 at that time.
Oh, yeah.
Or I was basically 15 or something. And they were drinking, they were
Like
taking
there can't be
hookah.
consequences, like legal consequences now if you're talking
no.
about stories, right?
I don't
Let's
know.
just put a disclaimer.
yeah.
Going on the Tutul Putul board.
Okay. Let's
Yeah,
that's a
so
great.
that's when I
You write
first,
that down. A tutul putul word.
Disclaimer.
That's an inside joke, guys. Tutul putul words
we
are.
talked about it. We talked about it in the last episode.
We did know. Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
listeners, go back to the last episode to find out what tutul putul words are at
Yeah.
the IVM office. All right. Yes.
So I tried vodka for the first time, basically at that, there in Manali with Mirinda out of everything. And I've never had Mirinda and vodka ever again in my life.
Oh shit.
Mirinda and vodka.
Yeah.
Damn.
Once I tried vodka and warm limca. Like, it was like shit.
Worst combinations, dude. Maybe we can do an episode on worst combinations.
Man.
What about you, Abhineet?
I tried my first drink when I was in 11th. Yes. Because
Oh,
when I got into 11th, so after 10th, we do this stream changing and we pick our streams and stuff.
Yeah.
So I met these kids who are like super rich. So they're like Sobo kids sort of in Delhi.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sobo in Delhi.
Yes. So like कि चलो चलते हैं like कि कहाँ बोला जाएंगे गोला वोला खाने they were like कि चलो we'll go for a beer. Okay. Firstly, I don't have money. Like, okay, fine, no problem. We have a lot. So they made me try everything. Yeah.
Are you still friends with
On
them?
that day, or like generally they were the ones who introduced you to everything?
Yes,
Yeah.
that second one.
Okay, that's a good question, huh? Like on the day, one day. we can try
Okay.
everything.
No. On first day, I just tried beer. उसके बाद फिर I felt कि वापस नहीं करना है like the same thing. कि I'm never drinking again.
Oh, I thought okay, वापस beer नहीं पीनी, अब कुछ और.
नहीं. Because it was
As
very
absent.
because I felt as if I'm dying, and I'm sorry, but I don't like the taste of beer. I don't drink beer. I hate
Dude,
it.
I'm exactly the same.
Oh.
I don't like alcohol that tastes like alcohol. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So like I love cocktails. I'm
Okay.
very mild like that. I love cocktails. I love like basically I don't like bitter alcohols. So I'll have like apple ciders. I
Wine
love
and
apple cider.
everything.
Oh.
Apple cider over beer any day. But मिलते नहीं है आराम से.
so
आसानी
it
से
need
apple cider.
to taste good.
Basically that's what tastes good, man.
Okay.
I love getting drunk. To not love. I like getting drunk once in a while. But yeah, that's the taste.
How do you
good, man.
like? I mean, how do you like getting drunk? Like, don't you like? Isn't it like, oh shit, now I'm drunk? Yeah,
I like exactly.
no.
You know, I like the feeling of being high, of being on intoxicants. Yeah, Zalak had a question. Abhineet, are you
Yeah.
still friends with those friends of yours?
Yeah.
Oh no,
Important question.
no. We
Oh,
we
damn.
follow each other on Instagram. That's all.
You're now your acquaintances more than
Yes.
friends. I get it. Wow, dude, they gave you all that free alcohol, and now
Yeah,
you ditched
should
them.
have stayed in touch.
Dekh li teri dosti. I'm never buying you alcohol, Abhineet.
What
So
about you,
now I
Antariksh?
found a different set of people who buy me alcohol.
Alright, nice.
Ah,
ठीक है,
then
ठीक है.
it's fine.
You replaced your friends
So
with other alcoholics.
we know how to become friends with Abhineet now.
Yes.
Buy
Yeah.
him alcohol.
Yeah. So,
Materialistic.
sorry, Abhineet. I guess you'll never be friends.
We both will find people who will
Right.
buy us alcohol.
Shit, Abhineet, I don't think you and I have ever been drinking, huh? Have we?
No.
Actually, I don't think I've been drinking with any of you guys. So,
No,
Antariksh
we
have
hates
party.
us. Antariksh hates us.
yeah. Now you guys know. That's how. Yeah. My hate is that when I don't drink with you, that's how you know I hate you.
Yes.
And like how Abhineet makes his friends with those who buy him alcohol. It's just basically what it is.
So,
All right.
Antariksh, when did you start?
Oh, okay. I was in boarding school for 9th and 10th. I don't know how many times I say that. Okay. I hate saying that again. But towards the end of my 10th standard, we had some friend of ours had snuck in some like a whiskey. I think it was either teachers, if I'm not wrong, because his family had sent it or something like that. Okay.
Okay.
Family had sent whiskey to a
Dude,
10.
some people have great families.
10 standard kid.
Dude, yeah.
That
A 10th
to
standard kid.
teachers.
Yeah, a teacher.
Yeah, because it was in
Yeah.
school.
Yeah. Teachers and students. Teachers, so we just tried a bit, okay, and it was terrible. And I didn't drink after coming back. So after 10th standard, I came back to Bombay from boarding school. I didn't drink my almost entire 11th standard. And then 12th standard, we started drinking again. 12th standard, like between the holidays of my 11th and 12th standard, we started drinking like in full swing. Where like my parents, there was a period where of like a month or something that my parents were going out of town quite a lot, or maybe 2 months. My parents going out of town quite a lot, okay? And so I would just call my friends over, and we would have like poker parties and getting drunk on like vodka every other day. We are getting drunk on like crazy, dude. Like, this was the first time I tried Old Monk, and that was like I tried Old Monk for those 2 months, and then ever since after that, whenever I taste Coke, right, I taste a little bit of Old Monk also. You know how that is. You know how that happens when you drink Old Monk, and then the next few days you taste it in whatever you're drinking.
Yeah.
So that's a good time. That's when I started. So this was between the holidays of my 11th and the 12th. So whatever age you are, corresponding age to that.
17,
17,
18.
16.
No. Yeah. So yeah, around
Oh,
a good
cool.
time. So, all right. So that was when you started. How much do you guys were you guys much into partying? And are you or were you into partying back in the day when you started out, and now you're not as much? Or how?
I think just
I think
like
so.
growing up, my social battery has just decreased to another level. If you guys knew me in 11th and 12th, you wouldn't believe that this was Zalak, because I was more or less like the party animal. Like I was the
Okay.
I was the person who was pulling everybody in for the
Oh,
party.
you're the person who makes
like,
everyone dance, or what?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
I'm the
irritating
one who
person.
makes the
Why are
party.
you dancing? Come, and then
Not
bring
like
everyone.
that,
You do
Baba.
2 steps with that person, then turn around, start dancing someone else, and this person is standing like, oh, what am I supposed to do, man?
No,
What
like
else
I
do?
was like enjoying the party, and like I was in the party. Like
Like
right now,
life
if you
of
see
the
me,
party.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
basically the life of the party during my junior
Let's
college.
ask some of our friends. If that's
Yeah, I
actually-
mean, yeah,
Actually,
that's the
I'm
opinion.
like a completely different person right now.
Okay.
But it's been like 5 years to that whatever
Zalak
phase
comes
it
from
was.
to India.
2 Zalaks. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, right now, I'm completely the opposite. I like house parties. I like my chill
Relax,
sessions.
chill scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I want to do like those crazy parties once in a while, but yeah, once in a while, and then I'm done.
I never personally got into clubbing. Did any of you get into clubbing ever?
So
Oh,
for
yes.
me,
No.
it was I only went clubbing once, and I decided I'm never going clubbing again because I
Okay,
hate
that's a
crowds.
great decision that you figured
Yeah.
out the first
But
time.
I had fun that night, and we were there till like 7 a.m. in the morning. We started in the night. We started like 3 a.m., and then we were there till 7 a.m. basically.
Oh,
And
wow.
we like club hopping kind of.
I've never done that. I've always so I've
वही
gone
मैं
clubbing a
सोचा
few
मैं
times in my
एक ही
life.
बार
Quite a
कर
few
रही हूँ
times.
क्लबिंग तो फिर मैं कर ही लेती हूँ सब कुछ जो
Chalo,
करना है
correct.
और फिर बाय.
Yeah. So I'm saying I've gone clubbing quite a few times in my life, and within the first few times, I did realize that this is not my scene. It's too
Yeah.
packed, and you can't even dance. You can't move about, and alcohol is super expensive, and
yeah.
Similar
it's just
vibe.
not my scene. At least not when I was in my first, second year, or third year of college. And so then now I just don't feel like going clubbing almost at all.
But
Like Zalak.
would you go to a club or go clubbing if there are like fewer people?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I wouldn't mind.
I think
If it's not as packed, if it's
Where is that?
Yeah, when is
there's
that?
no such
Never.
place exists, man. It's always like
I don't think
super
so.
packed. You can barely move.
It's just a fantasy.
But like compared to Bombay, I like the clubbing scene in Pune.
Oh,
Really? How's that? How's the
Actually,
difference?
even in Goa, it was nice. Like
Oh yeah,
it's
Pune
better
has
than
a good
Bombay.
crowd. Pune has a good crowd. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the
fun people.
I,
A lot of
but
students.
yeah, Goa was also nice, and Goa was the time when I was in Goa, I went clubbing in Goa. It was like what Abhineet said. The people were less.
You
because
liar!
every
You went
time-
clubbing twice in your life. How dare you?
I'm just considering
Caught
Bombay
you,
clubbing
caught
as
you.
clubbing. Goa is like everyday party.
Oh, yeah.
But like there were less people because the entry charge was a lot. So not a lot of people were going, and it was like a high class party-ish situation. The people were nice, good to look
When
at.
I stayed in
and
Goa, I
all
never went
alcohol
to a
was
club.
covered.
Sorry, Abhineet,
बोला
what?
ना मुझे एक बार सब कुछ करना ही था तो गोवा में भी एक बार तो मैं गई.
No, when I stayed in Goa, I stayed there for like 7-8 months. I never went to a club. I went to shacks.
Shacks are great,
Wow.
man.
Oh yeah.
Chill vibes.
Nice.
And
Nice.
you spend hours and hours and hours, and they expect you to. So that's the best
Yeah.
part. They won't ask you to
I-
leave midway.
So I actually recently went club hopping.
Oh,
Club
nice.
hopping.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like in the
Expensive
same
shit.
evening, you mean in the same evening you went to multiple clubs in the same evening?
Yes, correct.
Oh wow, huh? Like
But that
in
was
Bombay
like
only.
yeah.
So he's my
last
best friend.
week. Last week, probably last week Friday.
With office folks.
No. My friends came from Jaipur to surprise me.
Oh wow.
And one of my friends,
Oh.
my best friend's birthday. It was my best friend's birthday. She came here to surprise me, and we went to like. So we have car social here, right? Nearby our office. So Rasta car social. Then we went to Chamber. Then we went to Kolaba social. Then we went to Chamber social.
Huh?
Oh.
Exactly.
You went social hopping.
Yeah, exactly. That was social hopping.
Wait, could you repeat that? You went to car social, then you went to Kolaba social.
Rasta, car
Rasta.
social, Kolaba social, Chamber social.
रास्ता कहाँ से आ गया बीच में यार ये तो.
Rasta was the like very starting.
When you
It
go
started,
to
okay.
one social to another social.
Yeah, it was like nearby, no? So we were like, we went
Yeah.
in, we saw the vibe was, so we went to car social. Then there
Or
it was like a
we
techno
want-
night or something like that.
Okay.
And then after a point of time, we were like, let's go. So we went to Kolaba social.
Did you go to
Which is the best social?
anti-social?
Which is the best social
Ah.
now according to you?
Car, I guess.
Car? Yeah.
Car.
Okay.
Kolaba was very crowded and like there was no space, and we literally went there for like what 15 minutes because then like there were like rules. I think curfew rules were prevailing at that time. Like
But were you at least going to the social and having at least one drink at each social or not even that?
yeah. So one drink at each social.
Man, that's too much traveling though for one day, man. I just
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but like
It doesn't sound-
we were
sound like
like
too much work to me. It was, I'm sure. Yeah.
yeah, it was a lot of work, but like we were like very like drunk.
You're just giddy. Like,
didn't
oh, you guys
matter.
surprised me. Up to now I have to do whatever you guys say.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, आज club वो भी करेगा. Like, हाँ, चलो,
ठीक है अब क्या कर सकते हैं.
yeah, true.
But what's the best place that you guys have been to? Restaurant, club, / pub, lounge, whatever, that you have the best party?
Best
Good
party.
question.
Oh, best
Okay.
club.
Man, clubbing में तो I don't think I've had a best party.
Oh, we
experience.
went to Bollywood night at a lot of the drinks here. That was good.
Okay.
Veera Desai.
Okay. Oh
That
yeah,
was
I once
okay.
went to Glocal.
Oh, I have heard about it. Like
Glocal is
it's
great.
really
It's
good.
in Andheri West, and it was like a very chill scene. Actually, yeah, that was a place that was not too crowded when I went there. Now that I think about it, so that's really chill scenes. But again, like nothing like too memorable. We just danced. I was with some cousins and whatever.
Yeah, I mean nothing like too memorable. Like
Yeah.
it was a good club,
yeah, not yeah.
good night. I would.
I have a story here. So I come from Pune. So I did my college in Pune. So there's a place in Pune in Koregaon Park.
Yeah.
So this place called Koregaon Park KP is the party hub of
Yeah,
Pune.
correct. Yeah.
Okay, so there's this place which recently opened up. I'm forgetting the name. It's called like a sushi bar or something.
Okay.
It's a basically lounge kind of a thing. So what we did, we were in our third year BCom and we were hosting a college fest, but we were falling short of funds. So what we decided was कि we'll host a party. We'll get all these college kids. We'll strike a deal with this club जो अभी खुल रहा है कि you don't charge us anything. We'll take the entry fees and you take the bar का जो भी खर्चा आता है, that's yours, and we get the entry का charges.
Okay,
Like,
sure.
fine, cool. So we managed to get a lot of people there, but then the bar manager, the lounge manager, he said कि we want girls. Like the girls का ratio should be higher than the boys. Like why is it? Because दिखने में अच्छा लगता है.
Dude, that's the thing for clubs, no? They
Yeah,
want-
yeah.
See,
It is.
guys
Yeah.
will go
Yeah.
if they know girls are there. It's just
So
sad.
no stag entry, no stag.
Yeah.
if
No
you're a
stag
couple,
entry.
no.
Oh,
Like,
so
okay.
stag entry is allowed for women, not for men. It's basically what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, cool. Okay, fine. ठीक है. So after a while, we sold passes. So this got viral, and a lot of people who are not from our college started coming in. So we started seeing people जो ऐसा uncle जैसे दिख रहे हैं.
Oh,
Like people who are like 38, 39 years old. And that time we were like 22, 23, I guess.
man, maybe they're still in college. Yeah, they just didn't graduate. They've been failing
Possibly.
every year.
Possibly.
You don't know. Yeah.
So these like proper uncle. So no offense, but if you go to Pune, if you see the crowd over there who are like Punekars.
It's mostly students.
No.
Yeah.
Punekars. Like,
Okay.
yeah. So they look a little different from the Maharashtrians in Mumbai. Like they look more Maharashtrian, if I may say so.
Pune people look more Maharashtrian than
Yes,
Mumbai people.
in a way.
Mumbai
Like,
Maharashtrian, yeah.
not in a derogatory way, but then they look like, for example, if you go to South Indians have a typical appearance.
Sure.
Rishi is saying no. Rishi देख रहा है Abhineet.
ये भी cancel हो जाएगा.
No, but I get what you mean. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not a.
Like they were the people who were coming in, not exactly, I'm not saying Maharashtrians, but then who were coming in, they were not students, that I'm sure. Okay, so after a while, the club was like packed, and the manager was very happy कि बहुत लोग आए. And we got our money. And then he said कि now तुम लोग को, we were like 3 organizers, तो तुम लोग को free drinks. Like yes. Then we started drinking. I took around 6 as a back-to-back shots of tequila.
Oh,
Damn it, you guys won.
Rookie
Yeah.
mistake.
Damn.
Yeah.
उसके बाद फिर I started roaming around. So the place was like the dance floor was placed in the center, and everyone was like sitting like around the dance floor. And I was just taking a stroll, and मेरे को जिसका भी drink कहीं पे भी दिख रहा था, I was just finishing drop.
Oh, yeah.
I was so high, so I invited this girl who I liked. I had a crush on, and she came with her boyfriend. I was like super pissed ki shit. So I went to her, I talked to her, and like ki tu isko kyun leke aayi? Because that's the last thing I remember.
Oh yeah.
And I was talking, and then it was a round stool without the backrest, and I
And then
fell
you fell
like
back.
flat
Oh.
back. Oh,
She's like, इसलिए मैं उसको लेके आई.
and then uske baad I don't know anything.
You start crying? You cry?
No.
Oh,
The next thing I remember was waking up in my friend's flat who got me, and I was all covered with puke and shit. And like, fuck, kya kiya maine?
Sounds
next-
like that person
Man.
from your story, auntie.
Yeah.
You're
Correct.
in
It does sound like that,
But
correct.
the next
The
day I
wedding
got
one.
like 20,000 of my share.
Yay.
But wait, did anything ever happen with that girl?
No, she like blocked me and shit. We never spoke, like
Of
never
course.
ever spoke after that.
Oh,
The happy
God.
ending.
Oh,
Yes.
man. Happens,
how it
man.
was
Happens.
supposed
Tough
to
luck.
be.
Dude. Oh well. You have
So
to
yes.
try. Can't be. Oh yeah, nice. What about you? But that we'll come to our individual stories in a bit. I'll just a couple of more questions before that. Oh yeah, just let's talk about our office party that happened just 2 days back. Before we
Oh.
get into
You
our
guys
personal
are
stories.
saying, Abhineet, Antariksh, you guys are saying you guys don't drink beer, but I saw both of you drinking beer.
Because there was nothing else.
So I'll tell
we
you.
But you
started-
can drink beer then.
I'll tell you. I drank exactly 1 beer.
Same.
Okay. I'm okay with beer. I don't hate beer. I just don't drink it that much. But I drank 1 beer. But I went around the office. If someone asked how many have you drunk, I said 2. Because if you say 1, everyone like, "Abey, ek kya pee raha hai? Ek aur pee raha hai? Ek aur pee raha hai."
That's true.
I've thought of that multiple times. And so
That's
2.
true.
Always say 2. You drank 2. It's not too
Yeah.
much that people are like, "Hey, you can't drive back home." But it's enough for them to placate their drinking needs at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I started with beer. Uske baad then I moved to teachers and then gin.
Oh, yeah?
So we had.
So
some-
what secret में stock आ रहा था?
Yeah, we didn't
Hey.
find out about the teachers and gin only. I don't know what you guys were doing. You just VIP people. Suddenly.
Yes.
Exactly. You
Sure.
guys attend.
So
Yeah,
the
nothing.
office party is pretty cool, man. I would say we had like a lot of alcohol. We had so much cake. We had
Yeah,
Oh
how
yeah,
many?
expensive.
Did anybody count how many?
Like 7
yes,
cakes.
1, 2,
9.
3, 4, 5, 6,
9,
7.
9.
7 cakes.
Nine
Se-
cakes. Nine
9?
cakes. That's
9.
yeah, exactly.
Including mine.
Yeah, Zalak
Including-
got her own personal
Zalak-
vegan
Yeah,
cake.
I got
Oh yeah.
exactly, guys. After 5 or 6 birthday parties I've seen in the office, with
And then
everybody
you
eating
call
cake,
me
and I
VIP.
couldn't-
Yeah. Who's the VIP now, Zalak?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it's just me and Auntie who
Yeah. He's a,
who are not
he's
VIP
a-
here. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Zalak is a
simple.
vegan important person.
Yeah,
uh,
I am.
yeah. So that was great. We danced a lot. That game, we played like a quiz game. That's pretty cool. I was in yellow. Who else was in
I
yellow
was-
with me?
I was in yellow.
Yeah, Zalak was in yellow with me.
Oh,
Surohini was
so
in
I
yellow with me.
was the only one pink.
Yeah, you're the only loser on this
Oh, yeah.
podcast here.
Yes.
Who the her? Yeah, it was a good office
The
party,
game
man.
got heated. The game
Oh.
got heated at the end. It
Yeah.
was brutal.
Oh, there
Yeah.
was a
Whatever,
point
we
where
won.
I could not see anything. I could not hear anything. So I just left.
Dude, yeah, it was too much noise.
Everybody.
I was-
I think
left.
everybody
I was
left
keeping
after a
score.
point of time.
I was in charge of keeping score, and I found it so confusing because everyone's just shouting over each other. I had no idea who gave the answer. No
But
idea
like,
which team gave the answer because everyone's just everywhere.
No idea who was in the team.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah,
no idea.
exactly.
No idea who was in this team. Exactly. Yeah.
So our
I like the
in-house
host was also
photographer.
confused.
So our in-house photographer Abhay sir. So what he was doing was he was in our team. And he's going around and walking around and going to other teams and he's just giving out wrong answers.
Hilarious.
Nice,
Wow.
cool. Nice
Nice.
tactic.
Yeah. Nice. It works.
But any other office parties that you guys remember? Not IVM specifically, maybe
The
something
thing
else.
is, I've only ever worked at an IVM, man. Like
Oh,
full
same.
corporate job.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, actually.
so I had in my, I think not last, in one of my jobs previously, we had like a yearly Diwali party sort of a thing at my founder's house only. So that was only a makeshift office. वहीं पे हमारा party भी हुआ था. And then we
okay.
have a lot of people who are associated with us because it was storytelling platform. So all the storytellers or these people, all of them were here basically, and we had like musicians and like live music and like good food and everything. And I remember that all of us were getting drunk, and I was 19 at that time, so I was and we were like thinking of games to play. Okay, I was recommending games and everything. And after every game that I introduced, everybody was looking at me and judging me like, is this what people your age are playing?
Like what are the games? What are the games you recommend?
So there's this one game, okay? This I was told by somebody in my college, and we used to play it during our IV. We tried playing it, but like we couldn't play it.
What's it called?
It has no name. Basically, it just made everybody uncomfortable.
Okay, then tell us the game at least.
Yeah, so basically we all sit in a circle. So for example, it's the four of us.
Okay.
So you're on my right. So I will just name something of yours that I don't like, and Abhineet is on my left. So I'll just not like something on your like your hand, your eyes, or like eyebrows, or like
Physical appearance.
physical
Body
appearance.
shaming game.
Yeah.
It became that after a while. So Abhineet is on my left. I'll again say something about his physical appearance that I like,
Say it.
and everybody will do that.
Say it right now. Say one you like, one you don't like. Yeah.
On the spot.
Basically,
Oh, shit.
everybody, all four of us will do that, and we'll note it down. And basically, whoever the host of the game is, then they can decide after knowing what everybody has written. So you have to kiss somebody's that physical appearance on one side. So basically, if
my
I'm say
God.
Antariksh's hands I don't like, then I have to kiss Antariksh's hand. And if I say I like Abhineet, for example, eyes. There's another
This
thing.
can go
You have
so
to
wrong.
Poke my
Yeah.
eyes.
This can go so wrong, dude.
Yeah.
It's just-
So
like no,
yeah.
no, no. In the sense, not even like harassment or anything. I'm just saying like this can go like even in a fun way. It could go very wrong.
But then the host can decide what to do. You can just like hit the whatever. If I say I like Abhineet's eyes, I can always hit his eyes or
Oh,
whatever.
shit.
Oh, like that. Oh, that's
Anything.
fun.
Like
Okay.
kissing is one option, hitting
Oh,
is
okay.
one option.
Oh, I thought you said.
Okay.
I think you just have to
No,
kiss
no,
it
no, no.
no matter
Oh.
what.
Yeah, that was the game.
No, it's the host.
Like, okay.
So you can write something on it. If I say hands, and you can write something on it. Like basically anything, some action to do.
Man, Abhineet
Okay.
would have loved to play this game with that girl at that party.
The girl,
I hate
Abhineet
those
and the
lips,
boyfriend.
Yes.
Woo.
Triangle.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it. So I did not party after that with them.
Okay. I think we've talked a lot about our drinking histories and our drinking patterns, so as it were. As I understand, all of us are not much drinkers nowadays. Is that right to say? I'm not much of a drinker nowadays.
I think for me, it's been opposite.
You've gone
Oh.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you nice dude. That's cool.
Even for me, it's weekly.
It's weekly. Okay, cool.
Okay,
man.
so how old are you, Antarik?
I'm 29. Yeah, that's fine.
And you?
Almost 30.
23.
See, that's the thing.
That's
the difference. The generational shift it is. Yeah, correct. How old are you, Abhineet?
26.
Are you right bang in the middle? Ke kabhi kabhar.
Kabhi kabhar.
Yeah,
I don't drink much now. I do other stuff.
Yeah,
other stuff.
let's cut
Like
that out.
I just smoke cigarettes and I get high.
Yeah.
That's all I do.
Yeah. Okay. Cool, man. That's nice. You can get. So you smoke alcohol flavored cigarettes, man. Nice. That's
Yes.
legal, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
I dip my cigarettes in alcohol as well.
Yeah. You're digging your own hole. All right. So yeah, but I would say I also drink very, very less, and because of that, I get. I feel like I get tipsy a lot more easier than I used to.
Oh, same.
Did you? Oh shit!
Yeah.
Did you guys ever have a throwing up problem with drinking?
Yeah.
Oh no, I have never done.
I
No.
have a
You've
story.
never
I
thrown
think
up.
I have.
I
have
think we
never.
should do a part 2 of this.
We should do a part of this
Yes.
because, but dude, there was
Yeah.
a time in my
Funny
life. There was a time in my life, in my second and third year of college, where I was drinking quite often. Okay, like every 2 or 3 days, you'd be at some friend's place getting drunk, and invariably, I would end up throwing up. Almost every single time that I got drunk, I would always throw up. Once, quick story, I threw up at oh man, a lot of friends for a Christmas party. Okay. And I can feel the throw up coming, the vomit coming, right? And because we had just done a neat shot of absinthe, and I can't do shots anyway. Now I can do them, but back then I couldn't do them at all. I just done a shot of absinthe, and so I'm rushing to the washroom, but I can't make it in time. So I throw up on the door and on the lintel of the door. You know the part which is above the door. The part of the door is above the door. It's called the lintel, and I threw up on the lintel. And then the house help refused to clean it. He's like, I'm not going to clean that. So that I had to clean up the middle of the party. I'm like cleaning up the door and all. It's like a whole thing.
Oh shit.
So great point to end the episode at, right? No, okay.
But we'll come back for part 2.
Yes.
I have
absolutely.
like a quick story, like very embarrassing one.
Yeah.
So recently, like 3 weeks back, before I went to went on my vacation, so I went to this place in Warsaw called WTF.
Yeah.
It's a nice place, like
Yeah, yeah.
pretty chill.
Yeah.
So I went there. I was drinking with my friends, and I wanted to do something in the toilet. Like I wanted to go. Yes, you got the point. So I went there. I did my business. Then I was high, and then I realized there's no water in the flush, and there's a guy waiting outside.
Oh
That's the worst, dude.
And
I mean, even worse is there's no water to wash up. after
no,
you've done
there's
business.
water to wash up.
Yeah, but you
then
know,
there's
sometimes
no water in the
that does
flush.
happen.
Oh,
When-
then I'm
Yeah, then you're dude, kya karega yaar? Like you have to stay there at the overnight in the washroom.
so now I'm waiting inside.
Yeah.
I don't have my phone.
Flush. Yeah.
Oh.
There's a guy waiting outside,
Huh.
and
And after some time, he starts
after
knocking.
some-
What's taking you so long inside
No.
there? Huh?
then my friends come inside and they start yelling. They think ki I'm passed out.
Oh wow.
Like, ki, come
Oh,
out, come out.
shit.
And I'm like, I don't know.
Oh shit.
Then what I did was I took a deep breath. I like came rushing through the through the door.
And just
I
went
took my
out.
friend. I just went off. Like, ki, jaldi bill do.
Oh god.
Oh shit.
So it was a fancy toilet. Like you put a hand on the sensor, then the seat. There's a plastic on the seat, and it
Oh,
changes
nice.
and shit.
But they
But
don't
there's
have
no
flush
water.
water.
Yeah.
What's the point, man? What's the
Are you
point?
sure, like, you know how, like, you know, there
Yeah,
was
yeah,
only
yeah.
one button for the
Yes.
flush?
No, I was pressing the right button.
Yeah.
Man,
Just asking.
No,
I want to
was-
ask this question, but I'm scared too because of the answers that we might get.
Okay.
Have you ever had to poop on top of someone else's poop
No.
because it was there in the washroom and there was no like flush water was working, but you really had to go? No.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, I also had to.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh,
See,
you
I-
can't help it, dude.
I
Sometimes you
lived
just
in
really
Goa
have to
for a
go.
while. Okay,
Yeah.
so in Goa, when you go to Ashwem and Morzim, there are places which are not very well
Yeah.
made in terms of infrastructure. So like we do get like sometimes, but it's
Yeah.
okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
Chalega. Sometime. Yeah, you'll go back and the poop has reached the ceiling because people are just on top of each other.
On lintel.
Oh, lentil. Lentil, yeah. Lentil.
Lentil.
You know what I
okay.
remember? There was this scene
No.
in movie.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, you said something?
No. I was thinking of something, but yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
There was a scene in movie where Amitabh Bachchan lands and Slumdog Millionaire, correct.
Oh,
Amitabh
yeah,
Bachchan
yeah.
lands.
Amitabh
Yeah, like,
Bachchan.
really.
Achha,
Sorry?
yeah.
Oh, Nucky. Oh.
I had
Amitabh
the
Bachchan
Nucky
comes in the
layer,
helicopter.
and then
Yeah.
the kid is in the
Oh, I
toilet.
I watched the back
makeshift of toilet.
behind the scene. It was all chocolate, do you know?
Yeah, of course. It was. Of
Like,
course, it would.
Imagine filming a scene where the kid is eating the chocolate.
Shit.
Okay, pretty.
All right. I think we talked quite a lot about this. This is great. We'll have you guys back for sure because we know that you guys have more stories to share. But we
yeah.
have gone a little over time, so we'll end it here. Quickly, if you can come back after this short break with some recommendations, and that's about it. All right. See you after this break.
जिस तरीके से हमारे माँ बाप ने अपने करियर की सीढ़ियां चढ़ी थी वैसे आज के जमाने में तो पॉसिबल है ही नहीं गुरु, क्योंकि हमारा जमाना इतना कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है। आज क्या नहीं है, कंपटीशन है, सोशल मीडिया है, इतना इंफॉर्मेशन ओवरलोड है कि करियर का टेंशन ज्यादा होता है, उस पर काम कम। टेंशन लेने से कोई फायदा तो है नहीं। क्या करते हैं, ठंडे दिमाग से सुनते हैं प्रोबेशन से प्रमोशन तक पॉडकास्ट को हर सोमवार, जहाँ पे सिर्फ प्रैक्टिकल बातें होती हैं आपके करियर की। और कौन करता है वो? मैं आपका होस्ट अभिनव त्रिवेदी। ये पॉडकास्ट आप सुन सकते हैं IVM पॉडकास्ट की वेबसाइट, ऐप या फिर किसी भी अन्य पॉडकास्ट स्ट्रीमिंग प्लेटफॉर्म पर।
All right, and we are back with recommendations. Who wants to go first? Oh, I
think
should.
you go.
Okay, I'll go. I'm gonna recommend, dude. The simplest recommendation I've ever had to make in my life is the new Batman movie, The Batman, starring what's his name? I'm forgetting his name.
Robert
Robert
Pattinson.
Pattinson.
Yes, Robert. I don't suddenly blank on the name. Robert Pattinson.
Edward.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Robert
It's not because of
Edward
that.
Pattinson.
Edward Cullen Pattinson. All right. A great Batman movie. I don't think I need to say much more, man. Most people are going to watch it anyway. It's a Batman movie after all.
Yeah, no spoilers.
And, yeah, no spoilers.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, literally one of the best depictions of Gotham in a movie, in any Batman movie, in almost any Batman medium, across mediums. Great direction, good story, I would say. Like, very good detective story for a Batman. Just go check it out, man. You'll have a good time. You'll have a very good time. So,
Does it
Batman.
look good on screen?
Fantastic. Nothing else like it right now, dude. So good.
Oh.
It's a little dark and broody and moody, but that's what you expect from a Gotham, like a seriously done Gotham. It's like kind of a neo-noir crime. It's fab, man. It's great. It's very well done.
We'll add it to our list.
How much would you rate it? Like on a
great.
scale of
Good
10?
question. So I would call it my second favorite Batman movie. I love Batman.
Oh,
Batman is one of my favorite
wow.
superheroes. First, of course, is Dark Knight.
Dark
'cause
Knight.
What are you gonna do? And this one, I would say, is my second one after that.
Nice.
Nice.
So rating wise, if I would give Dark Knight like a 4.7 because it's almost near for me, it's like almost
a scale of 10.
A scale of 10.
Yeah.
Just double it. No, what are you asking?
No.
8.4.
Okay. Okay. I would give it like a 9 point. Let's give it a 9.6. 9.6 for Dark Knight. And this movie, I would give like a 9. I think 9 is fair. 9.1. So I'll give 9.1. Yeah.
Bargain चालू है यहाँ.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
9.1. Diya. Robert Pattinson ko Diya, no problem. Okay.
Nice. Surohini, do you want to go next?
Yep. So this is not a recommendation. This is more like if anybody wanna see it, they can, because I've gotten mixed reviews about this whole series,
Okay.
which is called How I Met Your Father. Yes, exactly. So I know exactly those reactions. I've gotten those reactions as well, and I've gotten like, oh, it's so good. It's just like
Really?
the nostalgia hits and stuff like that.
So
I've
I
gotten
haven't
mixed
seen it, but
reactions.
like I know people who have, and like they've told me, if you like How I Met Your Mother, don't watch it.
Don't. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Ki,
But if you haven't, then it could be a good starter.
yeah, I mean, it's more like right now you don't actually have series that you can just like watch and not like you have to put your brains to it.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have that much content right now.
Mm.
So
True.
this is something like that. Like I don't have to put my brains into it. I'm like, हाँ ठीक है चल रहा है कुछ. देख लेते
Just
हैं.
laugh, just enjoy.
But I actually wanted to see because I wanted to see ki how better or how worse this is from How I Met Your Mother, because of
Like,
course
is it something like a spin-off or what?
Yeah.
How I Met Your Father, How I Met Your Mother ka spin-off.
Oh,
And
okay.
it stars
They're the same,
Hilary Duff,
Yeah. Same apartment also.
same apartment. Lily and
Is it a parody?
it's
No, it's
No?
a proper spin-off.
it's a
Okay.
spin-off, like proper spin-off. It's like
Ah.
Lily and Marshall, right? No,
Hmm.
Marshall.
Marshall.
Lily and Marshall's apartment is gone to these two bachelors in New York,
Okay.
and now their story begins. And like it stars Hilary Duff, it stars Chris Pyle, it stars Suraj Sharma, an Indian guy
Oh.
as well, in the whole sixth group of friends.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's a good like it's a spin-off. Again, I'm not recommending this. I am more like asking for a feedback. Anybody have any comments about this? Do tell us.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's on Disney plus Hotstar every Tuesday.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my recommendation come
Nice.
Feedback.
review.
How much would you rate this on 10?
Oh,
How much?
so do you guys remember what was the rating for How I Met Your Mother?
I can check.
I don't know.
Check, no. Whatever the rating would be, just like
8.4.
divided by 2. So divided by 2.
4.2.
Exactly.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, like 5-ish. Like it's not there yet. I know it can get a lot better. The storyline can get a lot better. But
IMDb also thinks the same. It's 5.2.
yeah, so I mean, it can get a lot better. But I think it's a good starter for like, if you don't want to watch something that's very like serious or like you have to really like be focused to watch. So yeah, it's a good thing for that. Yeah.
Nice.
That's my
Awesome.
Abhineet?
Yes. So this time I'm recommending a movie, a Bollywood movie, more like an OTT one. It's called as Thursday.
Right.
So have you seen a Wednesday?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's very similar as in it's the same line where there's one person who is kind of trying to rectify the society in a way, where Nasruddin Shah did. I'm not giving out spoilers. So where in a Wednesday Nasruddin Shah was the main person, in Thursday it's Yami Gautam.
Oh yeah. I've seen the trailer. I did not realize it was Wednesday ka.
No. It has nothing to do with a Wednesday. It's just my perception.
Oh.
See,
it's like Badai Do, Stree Rohi.
Yeah, it's not officially a sequel or something, but then
But same production house.
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
Same storyline.
Same story. Like in a way.
Same structure of the
Correct.
film. Not even the storyline. Storyline can be the same, of course. Same structure.
Nice.
So in this movie, Yami Gautam is a school teacher, like preschool, nursery kind of a teacher, where what they did was, with her fiance, they rented out they had this big apartment in Mumbai, Kolaba, where half of her house is like where they live, and the front of the house is her preschool.
Okay.
So all these rich like
kids.
Yes. So they come there, they draw. It's like a daycare.
Okay. Got it.
So she's very sweet, like the sweetest person. For example, say Jalasmi committing a crime, right? So like you cannot imagine. So she takes hostage like these 16 kids hostage, and then she demands. So there's Yami Gautam, there's Neha Dhupia. Neha Dhupia is a cop. Then there's Atul Kulkarni in this movie.
Okay.
He's again a cop.
Yeah.
So all these people. So it's a nice star cast. Yami Gautam did some really good acting. The direction is good. I really liked it. The sound design is really nice. Like it's very intriguing. Like you cannot miss a frame. Ki kya ho raha hai.
Nice.
And Yami Gautam does look a little psychopath in the between, like in middle ki okay, is she mad? Like the plot twists are, you can predict the end of the story ki kya hone wala hai. But then the journey is really nice. Like you cannot predict the journey ki now this is going to happen. Eventually it will happen. Like it will go in a certain direction, but then how and when you'll not be able to predict.
Okay.
At least for
Interesting.
me. So
Nice.
it's a nice thriller, kind of a like crime drama sort of a thing. So yes, that's my recommendation.
Nice. My recommendation is also a thriller. It's this series on Netflix called All of Us Are Dead.
Oh,
Yeah, the new one, right? It's a
Yeah.
series.
Basically, a student becomes a zombie. There's some science teacher of theirs in the school who's doing some experiments on some hamsters. And that hamster bites this student and she turns into a zombie. And she obviously goes on to bite other people. And it spreads in the entire city and the school also as well. But they're like a odd group of 8 or 9 students who somehow manage to save themselves somehow. So I think I'm at episode 7 or 8 or something. So far, it's been really good. And like in every episode, there's a separate side story. So in one episode, there's a separate side story of this one YouTuber kind of a person who does not stay in that city where this zombie epidemic is happening. He stays somewhere else. But after listening and seeing the videos and everything, he's like, "Chalo, आज मैं मेरे YouTube के channel वालों को ये दिखाता हूँ क्या चालू है." So he goes there and he does a live stream of the entire thing. And वो फंस जाता है वहां पे जाके. He's in between zombies. He breaks his leg and like a lot of stuff happens. So like this, in every episode, there's a side story happening along with the main story. So it's really interesting. The only thing is that at some point, it gets frustrating to see how the main characters always save themselves. Always save
Yeah,
themselves.
of course.
oh,
So frustrating. It's not realistic then anymore because sometimes चल एक दो इंसान को ले लो मार डालो तो बाकी सब मर जाएंगे अगर सब लोग ही बच रहे हैं
sadistic.
Yeah. मार दो इनको.
बहुत टाइम तक जिंदा है.
रियल तो बनाओ कुछ.
अब मार
exactly
डालो.
हाँ, सब लोग बच रहे हैं सब लोग बच रहे हैं.
I don't
So
want to ruin it. Sorry, I
You've
don't want
seen
to.
it?
No, I don't want to ruin this for you. But like, it sounds like go on.
No, it's not. It's really well made and the graphics and everything. It's very.
Are you
realistic.
saying Go Go Gone is not well made?
See, I really liked it when I first saw
I
it.
got your
But मुझे पैंडेमिक में वापस याद आया मूवी के बारे में मेरे को स्टोरी याद नहीं आ रही थी तो मैंने वापस देखी and फिर मेरे को रियलाइज हुआ बहुत
ये अच्छी
मतलब
नहीं है. ये क्यों है?
स्टोरी है. तब मैं छोटी थी इसलिए मुझे मजा आ गया होगा पर अभी तो ठीक ही लग रही है like cinematic experience wise.
ऐसा होता है, you know.
Yeah.
We
You
like.
should not revisit.
Yeah, you should not rewatch some films or series. They're like,
Yeah.
हमें क्यों पसंद थी?
Yeah, exactly.
Because my sister is a K-drama fan and she said that if you liked Squid Games, then you should watch this.
Yeah. That is how I started because मेरे को उसका
If you
ही
like Squid
recommendation आया
Games,
था.
you should watch all of Us
Us
Are
Are
Dead.
Dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because in Squid Game they all were dead. So no,
Not one.
Not
One
one.
was alive.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
yes, all of us are dead. So what's your rating on this?
I will give it a
Okay, I'll
7.
come back to you after you finish this in
Okay.
part 2 of this episode.
Okay. done.
Let's do that.
Yeah, you guys can watch it and like I can watch your recommendations and we can discuss it as well.
Oh,
Probably.
awesome. We can actually.
Like, if you're watching All of Us Are Dead, don't watch How I Met Your Mother. You have to keep the balance.
Oh, then not. We should do this with a movie recommendation mostly.
Thursday. We can all watch Thursday movie.
Yeah, I can watch. I wanted to watch Thursday. Yeah, let's watch Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Let's do it.
you guys recommended series.
Also, don't
Start
know.
no, all of
other-
us are dead. Start. You like
Okay.
it.
Yeah. I mean, you guys don't watch all How I Met Your Father. Let the listeners watch
Yes.
and give us the feedback. And
Okay.
then if there is an option to not give any recommendations in the future, I'll take that.
Okay, we let the listeners
Awesome.
decide that.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you so much, you guys, for joining us for this episode. And I'm really looking forward to the second episode with some more embarrassing stories.
Oh yes, I have.
अभी बात
a lot.
करते करते मुझे और stories याद आ रही है which are embarrassing and I'm like thinking should I tell
Damn.
the story, should I not, should I
I'm gonna
should I
tell
not?
the story where we partied at Sumit's place. I'm
Oh.
gonna tell that one.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I'll
Let's not-
tell some in like IVM party stories, like before
Oh
you
yeah,
guys
that would be
joined.
interesting.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
7 years of IVM spirit.
Yeah, special.
Yes. Awesome.
So see you guys on the next episode.
All
Bye.
right, bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Hey everybody, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Cyrus Says His Cock and Bull, Cyrus, Kajol, Ayushi and Antariksh discuss the grave subject of Putin threatening to take nuclear action and Indian students being stuck in Ukraine. On The Habit Coach, Ashton is joined by Neha Sahai, celebrity nutritionist and wellness consultant. They take a deep dive into various issues people face when it comes to nutrition. On the Filter Coffee podcast, Karthik speaks to Vishal Menon, assistant editor at Film Companion. They trace the evolution of Malayalam cinema. On Big Talk About Tiny Humans, Devi Shobha and Meghna share pro tips to help your child beat exam stress. And on Hansvani, here's the story of La Fantus. It hilariously tells us about the colorful characters we encounter in all areas of life. So, on a personal note, I wanted to let you all know that this week marks the 7th anniversary since I started IVM. I'm eternally grateful to the team we have here, especially Kavita Rajwade and Tejas Sringarpure, who have been here since the beginning. They've seen the struggles, our eventual acquisition by Pratilipi, and our continued struggles to make podcasting a large and thriving part of the media industry. We have the best hosts in the world, and I have to say that I'm so glad and so grateful that they have chosen to work with us. And finally, I'd like to say thank you to you, the millions of folks who have heard or watched our content. All I can say is, you ain't seen nothing yet. I hope you join us as we continue this journey. In the meanwhile, do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. Also, don't forget to rate us on any platform you're listening to. You can also check us out on YouTube. To get a list of all of our channels, you can go to ivmpodcast.com/YouTube, where you can go to all the channels. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors this week, SBI Life Insurance, Bank of Baroda, Max Life Insurance, India Water Portal, and HDFC Life Insurance. Thank you so much for making this possible.
You're the people pleaser, right? Oh, yes. Or then desperately seeking the one? Oh, wait, you're the one who doesn't think they're ever good enough. Oh. So much drama. And for what? Is it doing you any good? Listen to me. I'm Chetna, your favorite positive action coach. Yes, I'm the one who has been dropping all those truth bombs on every episode. Oh, no. And it's time you learn to say no to drama. That's also what my podcast is called, and a new episode is out every Monday and Wednesday on the IVM Podcast app, website, as well as all major podcasting platforms.